Good morning everybody, this is Dr. Rama, fertility specialist at Roshni Fertility Center, Visakhapatnam. The topic which I am going to discuss today is about the polycystic ovarian syndrome. Polycystic ovarian syndrome is the most common cause of anovulation, most common cause of infertility, most common endocrine abnormality presenting in women in the adolescent age group. In all the age groups it is very important syndrome. This was first discovered by Steen-Leventhal in 1935 and hence it is also called as Steen-Leventhal syndrome. Now coming to the diagnostic criteria. Diagnostic criteria consists of two out of three should be present to categorize it as a PCOD. One is the polycystic appearance of the ovaries, second is oligoovulation or anovulation, and third is the androgen excess, clinical biochemical manifestations as in the form of hirsutism, and excluding other androgen excess syndromes. And this is given in 2003 and widely used. This is followed by one more criteria which is given in 2006, that is called as AE, that's androgen excess, and PCO society criteria. Now coming to the pathogenesis. In the pathogenesis, what happens? The pituitary hypothalamo-pituitary ovarian axis is abnormal, causing increased LH pulsatility, and this increased LH pulsatility causes abnormal LH and FSH ratio, and this causes the effect on the ovary, acting upon the theca ovarian cells, causing androgen excess. And this androgen excess is the main cause of all the etiopathogenesis. It acts upon the at the level of adipose tissue, causing increased conversion into aromatase. Androgens are converted in excess to estrogen, causing hyperestrogenemia. This has effect on the ovary, on the uterus, causing endometrial hyperplasia, on the skin causing hirsutism, acne, and in the ovary causing anovulation, and it is also causing insulin resistance. Now coming to insulin resistance along with androgen excess together, it has effect on the liver and causing the decreases production of sex hormone binding globulin. And this what happens is, as the level of sex hormone binding globulin decreases, there are increase in the level of the both estrogen and progesterone and also the androgens. The free androgen causes hirsutism and acne, whereas the excess estrogen has effect on the uterus, causing endometrial hyperplasia, and also it has effect on the ovary, causing anovulation, because it suppresses the FSH production and causing anovulation. The next is, this is how the actually insulin resistance is affecting. It causes diabetes mellitus, it causes cardiovascular diseases, it causes infertility, it causes endometrial cancer, it causes all other lifestyle disorders. Next. So now coming to the clinical presentation, how does the PCO present? It depends upon the age group. In the menarchal age group, it can present as the menstrual irregularities and also with acne and hirsutism. In the reproductive age group, it can present as infertility, abortions, and pregnancy complications. If you take in menopause, it usually presents as endometrial hyperplasia, causing endometrial cancer. And whatever the central pathology is insulin resistance, and that leads to obesity, and obesity might predispose these women in the later age group to what is called as pre-diabetes, diabetes, cardiovascular risk accidents. And now coming to the infertility. So as of now, we will stop here, and tomorrow we will discuss in detail about the causes of infertility, infertility and how PCO causes infertility in women. Thank you for the patient listening.